Hey, this is Keith Jones. This is an invitation to all of you single family home wholesalers, the new ones in particular. If you're wholesaling single family homes and you're having a challenge because everybody's doing wholesaling single family homes, come and join me on Wednesday, the 21st of May, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday, starting Wednesday the 21st of May, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be sharing with you all land investing. I'm going to show you guys how to wholesale land. It's a lot. It's simpler, but it's not easy. But it's simple because you still have to do some work. But you're not doing. You're not worried about ARVs and construction costs and things of that nature. And if you join me on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way, the Zoom link. This will be a Zoom meeting. The Zoom link is my phone number, my business phone number, which is the link. 404-532-9014. That is the Zoom link to join us on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday's meeting is going to be about choosing a market. Choosing a market. Now let me go back a little bit for those who I just popped up on your feed. I'm a real estate entrepreneur since 1997. We started out buying houses to rent them out in East Point, Georgia. Had about 5 houses at the time, rentals, and I got a house under contract. It was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and we were planning on keeping it to rent it out, renovating it, and renting it out. Got it under contract back then for 20 grand, and just so happens one of the neighbors and I were communicating. I asked him to keep an eye on the house till I close. I gave him one of my business cards. He gave that business card to a guy who was fixing and flipping on the same street. So that guy called me up and asked me if I wanted to sell the house. And at the time, I was totally green. I had no idea wholesaling existed. And I told him how much it was. I had it under contract for. Again, that's how green I was. I told him I had it under contract for 20 grand, which I did. 3-bedroom, 1-bath. He asked me if I wanted to make 5 grand, and I said, sure, I want to make 5 grand, but I don't own it, so I don't think I can sell it. He asked me to meet him at the house. I met him at the house, and he took a look around. We did a contract. We did 2 contracts that day: a regular purchase and sales agreement, and we did a assignment agreement. Assignment agreement was totally brand new to me. Purchase and sales agreement was not, because again, we had bought about 5 houses at that time, and needless to say, his last words to me that day were, make sure your seller comes to closing, because he knew I was assigning my contract. He's the one who introduced me to wholesaling. I literally stumbled into wholesaling, if you will. It fell into my lap. Wholesaling single family houses fell in my lap. Let me tell you a quick story. Back then, this was 1997. I was hooked. He hooked me. I started finding him more deals, and I'll share with you all the way I started finding more deals. But this is going to have nothing to do with houses. I'm just giving you guys a background of where I come from, how far back I go in experience in the real estate business. I started wholesaling him more deals, and then I realized there's got to be more people like him out here looking for more deals. So I started building my buyers list. I'm going to show you guys how to build your buyers list for land. We're going to do all of this. Well, on Monday, we're only going to talk about how to find markets for land. We're going to talk about that on Monday. Wednesday. Wednesday the 21st, we're going to start. Because everything starts, it's going to be in a sequence that makes sense. You find the land, we evaluate the land, we reach out to the sellers, so on. But back to the story. We closed that deal. I started finding him more. I started finding for other people. I realized there were other investors out there looking to buy more houses to renovate, rent, and sell. So that business picked up for me exponentially. Back then, I could send out 100 postcards a month. postcards, not letters, but postcards a month and get, 3, 4, 5 deals, averaging $5,000-$10,000 per deal. Today, just because I've been in the business so long, still a lot of residential wholesalers send me deals, and if I got a buyer for them, I'll link it together. We make some money and keep it going. But the deals that these guys are sending me nowadays is like, are you guys really closing these? And within a week or two, they're sending it again, dropping the prices. Just that they have no idea how to evaluate these deals, understanding the real numbers, how you got to back out the numbers. So, long story short, I don't focus on marketing for sellers of single family homes. I'm going to show you guys how to grassroots find sellers of land that we can get under. We focus on getting land under contract at 50% of its retail value. This example, someone has 5 acres, and the retail price of the 5 acres is $150,000. We're going to send them an offer at $75,000. Our goal is to get it under contract at $75,000 and sell our contract to a builder for, if we got it under contract at $75 and it's worth $150, we trying to sell it to a builder for $120. He's got a good deal. We make money in the middle and we keep it moving. I want to show you guys how to do that so we can get in position to buy some of this land and hold some of this land. Generational wealth comes from land. Land is the foundation for everything. Everything that you wear, eat, live in, everything comes from land. So, but I want to teach you guys how to start buying it, how to wholesale it first, then get in position to buy and sell it, and then as you buy and sell land, put yourself in position to hold on to some of it for real generational wealth. There are people who are taking land and they're putting solar panel farms. There are people who just do regular farming. There are people who are buying land for family compounds. They're trying to buy 40, 50, 100 acres. They want to move all their family onto the land and get away from all of the monotony and the crowd of living closer to the city. A lot of that going on. Land is the way to go, and it's a whole lot cheaper to market for and to buy and sell. You can marketing campaigns for houses. There's over 3 million single family wholesalers in the United States, and ain't no telling how many of them live outside the United States that are wholesaling single family houses. Single family houses, it's 3 million wholesalers, 3 million, and they're all sending mail and cold calling and texting to the same people who are everybody else is cold calling, texting, and sending letters to. So when a seller or owner, because he's not a seller until he agrees and signs on a contract with someone, but these guys walk out of the house to meet you, they got a stack of letters from other wholesalers saying, we want to buy your house. Well, I'm going to show you guys how to leave that alone. I spoke with a wholesaler of single family homes last week. He's telling me he spends $25,000 a month in marketing. $25,000 a month. Well, back when I was wholesaling houses, I spent, like I told you, we could send out 100 postcards and get 4 or 5 deals. Now, if you send out 100 of anything, you ain't getting nothing. So back then, I think the marketing campaign was probably at the most $100 or a couple $100 a month. Now it's $25,000 that's for house wholesalers, people who are wholesaling residential single family home. If you're wholesaling land, well, if you're buying and selling land and you're using the same marketing strategy, which I'm going to talk about mailers. Mailers will cost you about $5,000 a month, but we don't have to worry about. We're going to start with the grassroots to get you to making money first, earning money first, and we go over those techniques within our classes on Wednesday on how to do that, those strategies, how to do it without spending money first. When you get the money, then you advance to what it takes to get these deals, get you in front of the owners of the properties. Once you get in front of the owner of these properties, you learn how to wholesale some of them. Then you get yourself in position to buy some of them. Now you want to buy them cash And you don't have to use your own cash. Let me share that with you. There are investors. I'm gonna say when you get a property, when you get a piece of land under contract at 50% of its retail value, there are investors who will come bring their money and close out the deal for you for a percentage, 10%, 20%. If you're new with the business, they may charge you as much as 50%. But think about it: if they charge you 50% interest, or basically want to do a 50-50 split on the deal, it's still, you haven't spent any money except for marketing. So you still made a profit without spending any of your money other than marketing. You subtract your marketing from that payout, that profit payout, and then you understand what your net is to yourself. But with all that being said, that's what Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Zoom link is 404-532-9015. 9014. And so join us. Let's start with finding the good markets where you can, and again, I'm going to share strategies and reasons why particular markets all over the United States can be good markets. If you find this video valuable, interesting, helpful, like, share, and subscribe, so we can I can know that you guys are interested in taking your real estate investing to the next level. Let's at least get it started, okay? I'm Keith Jones, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. This is my invitation to you to make some major changes in your life. Thanks.